Welcome to 15 Minute Theatre, the only review show that squeezes a whole production into 900 seconds. The date is Monday the 12th of March, and we've just been to see Harold and Maude. Open the house. Hi Vicky.
Hi James.
Can I say
What?
many happy returns for tomorrow?
Oh, thanks very much. It's my birthday tomorrow.
I think they may have gathered that from the coded message I just sent. So if you want to send your greetings, please just email us.
Please.
Yeah, that'd be much appreciated.
Postal orders in the post.
Okay, so it's a bit of a birthday treat that I didn't pay for.
No.
But still a treat to go to the theatre, isn't it?
Always.
Alright, so went to see Harold and Maude. Shall I give you a few facts about it?
Why the hell not?
Okay, it was directed by Tom Sutherland.
Thom or Tom?
No, Tom, I think it was Tom.
Okay.
T-H-O-M. Tom Sutherland. Written by Colin Higgins. It was adapted from a film. I think in 1971 the film came out.
Who knows?
But why did?
Someone knows.
Probably wrong.
The people who made
I
it
think
know.
it was 71.
Okay.
And then it was made into a play after the film.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the notable actors were Sheila Hancock and Bill Milner.
Yeah.
And it was at the Charing Cross Theatre. I never know how to say Charing.
Charing.
Is it Charing?
I think it's just Charing, isn't it?
Charing Cross.
Charing. The Charing Cross Theatre.
Charing Cross Theatre.
Yeah.
And it's running until the 31st of March 2018. So, Vicky, do you want to give us a little synopsis?
So basically, it's a young boy. Well, not that young.
19.
Sort of 19-year-old chap who Harold. He's not a very happy guy. He's got a sort of overbearing mother. He keeps doing pretend suicide attempts to try and get some attention. His mum's desperate for him to settle down, so she's like trying to get him to date some women, and he has this hobby of going to funerals of people he doesn't know. And at one of these funerals, he meets a lady who's there. Maude. She's an old lady. I think she's 79 when we meet her.
You're right.
And they form a friendship.
Quite a close friendship.
Quite a close friendship, yeah.
All right, so let's get into the meat of this play. Okay, so first impressions. What was it? What we were expecting?
No.
No. No.
I've seen the film. I haven't seen it for a long time, but I mean it's quite an odd film, isn't it? But it's a bit of a cult classic.
Yeah.
And the characters were quite different, I think, to how they were in the film. So they weren't sort of. They didn't do it exactly the same.
Which isn't necessarily a bad thing.
It's not necessarily a bad thing at all. So I'd say it was a lot more subdued.
Yeah, I mean, gentle and...
So gentle.
Yeah, I mean, it kind of just... It just went along quite nicely, plodded along, really. But
so they had some musicians on the stage, didn't they?
Yeah, that was a nice touch. I think... Let's talk about performances a bit,
okay.
Because it was a cast of about 8, and most of them were musicians.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if they hired them because they were musicians or hired them because they were actors because they played all the extra parts.
Yeah, so they were the musicians were on stage all the time, and they were sort of dotted around the stage, but they were in the costumes of their characters, and they would come out of being a musician and do a bit of acting and then go back to being a musician again.
And it's fair to say some were a lot better than others.
Some were a bit pony, weren't they?
Yeah. We were not going to name names, but...
No, because we don't know their names. But, yeah, it was a bit hit and miss with the acting quality, wasn't it?
Yeah. Let's talk about Bill Milner, who played Harold.
Yeah.
Again, I think he missed the mark a little bit with his performance.
Yeah.
It just wasn't captivating he was doing everything that I think it was supposed to be doing, but it just wasn't a very interesting performance.
I have said, to be honest, I found the whole thing quite flat. And I don't know, it's because I was expecting quite a lot from it.
Yeah. It's a curse of the film being made into a play.
Yeah.
We had the same with The Exorcist.
Yeah.
I mean, it seems... I do wonder why they're obsessed with doing this.
Well, I guess you're guaranteed an audience.
Yeah. And it was.
It wasn't full, though, was it?
No.
I was very excited about seeing Sheila Hancock as well.
Yeah, let's spend a bit of time talking about her, because she did a different interpretation of the character, and I liked her performance. I thought she was interesting when she was on the stage.
Yeah. Again, I felt it was a little bit flat. I did think she was by far the strongest.
She was no Angela Lansbury.
Angela Lansbury would have totally hammed that up, though, wouldn't she?
Yeah, but we saw her in Blind Spirit, and she was just
fantastic,
brilliant.
But she was very suited to the role. Whereas this, I maybe think she would have been. Mind you, the film, she's quite eccentric in the film, isn't she?
Yeah, but in a different way, and she was okay. I mean, she was certainly the best thing in it.
Oh, hands down, the best.
Yeah,
in it, yeah.
So there we go.
I just felt like the whole thing, and I think maybe it was the direction. It was just flat. Just fell flat for me.
Yeah.
I was disappointed.
Was there anything you liked?
I really liked Sheila Hancock's costumes. I know that sounds a bit weird, but she had some really beautiful outfits. And I was thinking, when I'm old, I want to wear clothes like that.
Yeah, and, we're thinking back to the moments and all the kind of story, the character development about her doing all these wonderfully exciting things, like walking through a flower field.
Yeah.
Flower farm, wasn't it? Or climbing a tree. And they was all really nice, but every bit was a bit flat.
She's a really happy-go-lucky character who doesn't give two hoots for rules, and she just does what she wants, and she's done a lot of exploring the world, and she's had a great life, and I feel like she should have been a little bit more vivacious.
Yeah.
Like she was in a way, but sort of very quietly so. She was very softly spoken, wasn't she?
Yeah, and I don't know if she was tired or she was just protecting her voice a bit, but...
Or maybe that's how she was directed to do it. I don't know. I don't know.
We don't have the answers.
We don't have the answers, unfortunately.
And I think before we go any further, we've just got to mention the seal. A guy played a seal, and when you just heard it first, and it was quite humorous. Yeah. But the thing was, all the laughs, there were just mild titters in the audience.
I feel like the laughs were polite laughs.
They were.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that's all it really deserved. I mean, but it was nice. What did we not like?
How flat it was. It just didn't quite hit the mark for me all round, really. And
it wasn't an overly long play. It was just over 2 hours, the whole thing.
Yeah.
And it felt longer.
Yeah.
I mean, I was glad at the end when the end happened.
I drifted off a few times.
Literally.
I did actually fall asleep. But only for like 10 minutes, so it wasn't as bad as Wings.
We had to start force feeding you sugar.
Yeah.
To keep you awake.
It was very warm theatre though, wasn't it? It was really warm in there.
Yeah. But we'll get onto that in a minute.
Okay.
All right. What about the script?
It was fine.
Yeah. Again, I think it worked better as a film.
Yeah. I feel like I want to go and revisit the film again.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's been such a long time since I've seen it.
And I think I'd like the film. I think it'd have more of a bite of the New York aspect to it.
And it's odd. The film's odd, isn't it?
Yeah.
And this didn't really, I think, have the oddness.
No,
really.
And they were trying to make it odd, but it didn't. None of it came across, really.
And the lady who plays Maude, I can't remember what her name is, but the lady who plays Maude in the film is fantastic. She's in Rosemary's Baby as well, isn't she?
She is. She's won an Oscar,
she's like a real character actress.
Yeah. And can I say as well, I don't know, because it was a long time since I was in the film, but there was certainly more of an undertone about like a sexual relationship between Harold and Maude. And in this, it was just like a friendship, really. I know he said he wanted to marry her at the end.
There was one point where he didn't go home, and that you'd seen them like cuddling on the bed, but then he didn't turn up.
But I thought that there'd be at least one passionate kiss.
It seemed more friendly, didn't it? But then I don't know. Maybe that's just a different interpretation.
Yeah, I suppose. All right, staging.
It did the job.
Yeah. They were on the stage and then off the stage. I mean, there was just nothing.
It was one room that they sort of adjusted by moving different bits of furniture in and out to make it different sets.
Yeah.
It was,
and then they tried to jar things in, like they had a bit where the maid tap danced backwards across the stage.
Yeah, that was. We said that because it was weird because she only did it once. There was no other dancing in it. She
Yeah,
this one weird.
And all these little technique things were all like just one off. None of it was joined up, was it?
No.
So,
well.
Any lighting and special effects that were notable?
Not really.
No.
No.
But there was a light through the window at the end.
Yeah, that was. It was a sunset. That was quite nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But sound and music. Okay, so I did think the musicians were good. And
They were good.
That lifted it.
Yeah.
And they did a beautiful little song, which I think was written for it. Which really, I can't remember it now, but something about the waves and the...
the waves, and the sea, and the beep.
Yeah, but it was,
that wasn't the song.
No, but I like that song.
Yeah.
It was nice.
Yeah. No, the music was good. I like the music.
And they used it at the end, and I thought that was nice. So
yeah,
good job with the music. All right, and if you had to give a stand-up moment,
oh gosh, I don't know. I can't know. I kind of weirdly like this. So basically, Harold's mum did this online dating for him and set him up with 3 dates.
Oh yeah.
And who were all played by the same woman, weren't they?
And the first 2 weren't very good.
No, and the third one, she played an actress who was really hammy, and he did one of his fake suicide attempts. She got really into it, pretending to be Juliet, and that actually, I did have a little chuckle.
That was funny.
Yeah.
That was good. And she redeemed herself with that.
Yeah,
yeah, that was very good. I like that as well. So that was my stand-up moment. Yeah. All right, so should we take a break?
Yeah, I think we need one after all that. Yeah.
We'll have a mild applause.
Okay.
A ripple. Okay, so we're back. So we're going to keep going with this feature. Still not sure about it, but it's the clock of comfort or the comfort
You've just got
clock.
to visualise it in your head. Visualise a clock with hands moving round. The closer they get to 12, the more comfortable the theatre.
That's it. You're making it all real. All right. So, okay. Well, the seats were really comfortable.
I'd say one of the more comfortable theatres we've been to, but it was too hot.
Oh my God, was it hot?
Yeah,
it was
really
like being
hot.
in an old people's home.
But there were a lot of old people there.
That's why it made me think it was like an old people's
Yeah.
home. But
the seats were good.
I had to
Good
take
leg
off
room.
my jumper.
I took my jumper off as well. And you said I looked like a slut when I took it off.
You didn't have anything on underneath.
Well, you had a top on.
Well, yeah,
I wasn't naked.
Bit of a slutty top, but didn't matter because it was.
It's a t-shirt.
Anyway,
It's a t-shirt, everyone. I was wearing a t-shirt.
so what are we going to give it?
Well, the seats were very comfortable, and if they sorted the heating out, I'd say it'd be like a 10.
Oh God, I'm not thinking more of a 6 o'clock.
Really? The seats were super
Yeah,
comfortable.
but we're talking about the atmosphere. The heating was bearable.
All right, I'll go for a 7.
You just because you fell asleep or you were so comfortable.
I did fall asleep. It was
All right, we'll give it a 7.
Just want to reiterate the warmth.
Where's 7? I don't know why I'm drawing this.
James is drawing some hands on a clock.
There
So he's drawn it in red. It's got an arrow on it.
Yeah,
It's
7
pointing at
o'clock.
7. There you go.
Okay, so so far on our new feature, the most comfortable theatre is
The Royal Court.
that's the one.
Mainly because they got the heating right.
All right, let's get on with this and score it then. It's getting late. Okay, I think I'm going to go first tonight.
Go on then.
All right, so we're going to start with the performances. I can't give them more than a 6.
Yeah.
And that's actually boosting it a bit for the Hancock.
Yeah, Hancock. I would like to see her in something else because I think she's got potential.
like what, you mean another costume? Or?
No, I don't know. I mean, I love her costumes. I'll go for a 6 as well because I feel like the rest of the cast let her down.
Staging and technical.
Do you know, there's nothing wrong with the staging and technical. It didn't blow me away. I'll go 7.
Okay, I'm going to give it another 6 because, you know, it was a lacklustre direction and, you know, that's down to the staging. Okay, narrative / plot / music. I'm going to give it You see, I like the plot, I like the
Yeah.
story, because I love the film. And I did like the music, so
Yeah.
I'm going to give it an 8.
I'm going to go 7 again on that one.
Okay. Originality.
I don't think it was particularly original. I'm going to go 6.
Yeah, I'm going to give it a 5.
Ooh.
5.5. No, 6. 5.
It's 5.5.
I'm going to give it a 5.
Okay.
Because I'm too tired to do halves. And I just didn't think they did anything new with it.
No, not really.
You know, it just was more the same. And was it worth it?
I was disappointed, I'm not going to lie, and I don't know it's because I had expectations because of my hazy memories of the film.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to go 6.
I'm also going to give it a 6. All right. Okay, well, look, I'm going to add up the scores.
Are you going to use your calculator,
Yeah.
please?
Back to the calculator.
We're both a bit tired. I feel like the head maths would probably take quite a long time.
Yeah, can't do the head maths. But while I'm doing this, do you want to tell the listener what we're going to see next?
Yes, no, I am very excited about this. Next week we are going to see Network at the National Theatre with Bryan Cranston. I haven't read any reviews. I try not to read reviews
me
of
too.
things because I think it's too easy to be swayed by what other people think about things.
Except for us. Be swayed by what we say.
Listen to us because we're just two normal people having a tinwag.
Absolutely.
So I am excited. I'm especially excited to see Bryan Cranston after the old Breaking Bad because that was obviously very good.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll let you know about that.
Can I just say as well, I really hope that the curse is broken because this is another play that's based on a film.
Well, I haven't seen the film, so...
No, I haven't seen the film, so that might make a difference.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed. All right, I've got the scores.
Okay.
All right, and I can tell you that Harold and Maude, now you've got the name, gets a star rating of 3.2, which I'm afraid puts it right at the bottom of our leaderboard. In joint bottom with Wings, The Box of Delights, Harold and Maude.
I think that's fair because I think it was flat and I was disappointed.
Yeah.
And if it hadn't been for Sheila, I think I would be quite annoyed.
Yeah, I mean, if it hadn't been for Sheila, I think it would be way lower.
Yeah.
To be honest. Oh, well, I'm afraid that's your birthday treat.
Oh, thanks.
That wasn't the theatre bell, but this is the theatre bell. Which means, once again, unfortunately, we're out of time.
Oh.
So thanks for listening.
Yeah, thanks for coming.
Yeah, the curtain's down, the theatre's dark, and that was 15-Minute Theatre. Good night.
Good night.
If you're brave enough to have your theatre production reviewed, please contact us at 15minutetheatre@gmail.com. Find us on Twitter and please rate and review us on iTunes. Thanks for listening.